Hello, fellow map makers. Welcome to another live map making session. Hope you're all doing fine. Looking forward to Christmas. And I hope I've sorted out the flickering system from the camera last week, and it looks quite okay on my preview at least. So hope that is fine. Sound is good. Thank you very much. No flickering, that's very good as well. But we do have a cat and a tail in the video, so say hi to Asa. I'm Ralf Schemmann of Profantasy Software, and I'm here to show you a bit of Christmassy mapping tonight, with a little snowy scene with a Christmas tree that could be used perhaps as a self-created Christmas card. But first, a little sad news that I definitely wanted to mention. One of our oldest community members, Jim Pierce, or Jim P on the forum, has died today. Or he's been ill for quite a while after effects of heart surgery. And it's been coming. I've been following it a bit, and Sue has been in contact with the family, which has been very nice. Thank you, Sue. And I wanted to remember Jim for a second, because he's been with the community as long as I can remember, really. I was trying to remember earlier whether at what point he joined, whether he even joined before me in the old times of the mailing list. I really have no idea anymore. He's basically been around for as long as I've been in the community, and always very prolific map maker and someone quick with a post and a mail to try to help people. So he'll be fondly remembered, and cheers to Jim and to all us older map makers who are slowly going on in years. All right, so much for the sad stuff tonight, and let's look forward to some family celebrations in the coming holidays. And I'll probably keep it a bit shorter tonight with the map making, as I'm quite busy with both the last things for Profantasy, for Campaign Cartographer and the annual before Christmas comes, and also with family stuff. So let's see that we can create a nice little map in a good amount of time. For the map tonight, I've picked out the very fitting winter village style by Sue, which I've shown on the channel before actually, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different tonight for the Christmas card, and so I'll hopefully not double up stuff too much. So let's see how this goes. We're gonna create a new map, click the new map button, not save our current map, and then go to the city's map type, click next, and then we've already selected the winter village style here. See the metric and the normal versions, or normal, the imperial version. Click next again. And then I'm gonna set the size of my map. I'm gonna do something small, like 250 by 200 feet. I just wanted to create the map a little scene, and then I'm just gonna click finish and save the map in my video folder. If I can actually see the screen here with a cat trying to get my attention. Right, and here we are. And Christmas scene. It's going to be the name of my map. As always, if you've got any questions or want to add your condolences to the message of Jim's death, do post it in the thread and or in the forum. Remy has posted a very nice little review of Jim's work on the website, a little message announcement. You'll be happy to see comments there if you want to add something. And yeah, see you there perhaps. All right, so here we are on our blank snowy map. I'm thinking of just doing a little lakeside or a little pond scene with some trees around, a shining Christmas tree on the edge of the pond, and perhaps a house nearby. A little rural cottage scene like you might see on a sweet and perhaps a little tacky Christmas card. And just seen that as the map. So let's start with the house, a little snowed-in house as seen from the top. We've got quite a few here in Sue's wonderful style. Just gonna pick one here. Let's grab this one, put it on a slight angle and put it here, almost in the center of the map. Then I'm thinking I want a little path leading up to the house. So let's see what we've got here in the... Let's put a snowy road at 5 feet. Seems about right. Start here under the house. And let's detour here. There we go. Let's refresh to see the effect, and there you can see the beautiful, like, sunken in look of the road as it's surrounded by the higher snow. So that would mean I want to put my little lake somewhere here. So let's have a look. We don't have any terrain tools on the city menu directly, so I'm going to click on the all city drawing tools, and there we've got some tools for the water down here. Dark smooth or surface frost. Let's take the dark smooth water and draw the pond surface frozen over. Let's do that here. Again, refresh and we see the sheet effects. That looks quite nice. And then a little stream running off, crossing the path here perhaps. So let's have another look for a stream. The same. Here we go. And then we do need some kind of bridge or something over the stream here. And we do have bridge. Do we only have the big one here? Also, do we have a smaller one? No, we only have the big one. So we're going to pick that. Grab the one bridge end, but we'll scale it down. Put that here. And then I'm just going to flip that 180 degrees. Slightly overlap it. And that gives me a complete little bridge over the stream. And then we do need some trees. Let's put in some bare deciduous trees here first. Oh, we can also draw a bit of a hedge. Well, we might do the hedge later. So let's put a bit of perhaps an orchard behind the house. Now, of course, all bare trees without any leaves on them. Go. And then some fir trees around on the other side of the pond. One right on the edge of the pond here. As you can see, each click gives me a random selection from the catalog of symbols. And then we're going to let the woods get a little bit more sparse, a little more scattered trees toward the edge of the map here. There we are. Looking pretty good. See the sheet effects. And then a few more trees here on that side. And we do want a nice, I'm going to put the nice big Christmas tree here on the edge of the pond. And for that we're going to make the tree a little bit larger than the rest. Nice central piece. There we go. And perhaps another smaller one. For that we're going to right click and set this. Oh, it's actually already a bit smaller already, so we were not at full size. Well, doesn't matter. We'll just make this a bit smaller and put that here next to the house. So then I do want a bit of a hedge, just because the symbols are very nice running here on the other side. Basically limiting the property on this side, being the property of the building here, but I didn't want to leave a gap there, so I'm going to do this, and then it's just going to go up to here. Okay, I see the problem. That's the problem with connecting symbols, because we are not at the default size. We do get these gaps. For connecting symbols, we do need to redraw them at the default size. So I'm going to set this back to normal, 1, and now I can draw this. Let's do it this way. And there's our hedge. And I can move this now. Let's do prior and make it a little bit smaller. And now I can go in and grab just the end piece of the hedge. Disable smart symbols. Not quite sure whether this will work, because I don't want to draw another hedge. I just want to use the end piece, and that works. And that way we only place the end piece of the hedge. We're gonna uncheck this again. So next time we're going to use proper hedges again. And then I do want to scatter a few more trees along the outside of the hedge. Here we go. And another nice tree here on the property. And perhaps a few more fir trees. There's a field wall, or we could also perhaps actually put in a wall here if we want to. Set it to normal, and then we're going to put a wall here marking the orchard. And same. There we do have a nice little wall. And now I can grab the fir trees again and add a couple more outside the property. Very nice. So the map is almost done. We just need to make it nice and Christmassy. So first off, I'm gonna add a compass rose, just because it's beautiful and fits the theme nicely. So scale that down a little bit so it fits nicely into the corner here. And then I don't really need a scale bar on this map. Seems to be a bit overkill to put a scale bar on here. I'll just leave it as the compass rose. And what I want to add is some lights to to show a proper Christmas tree. And Sue mentions this, and I'm just thinking that as well, that the sheet effect on the compass rose is perhaps a bit too strong for the map. Fine generally, but it could be a little bit less. So what we're going to do is we're going to use extract properties on the compass rose. So we see it goes actually on the text sheet. Okay, that's why. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a text cartouche sheet and move the compass rose to that. I could have also changed the properties of the text sheet, but I'm thinking I might be adding other stuff to that later, and perhaps I do want the effects on the text. And I think the compass rose actually works best like a star if it doesn't have an out glow effect. It does already have a bit of a drop shadow, so that's fine. So we'll leave it at this. Right. And then I want to add some lights. I could of course build a sheet with light effects and glows and stuff, because the style itself doesn't have a symbol for lights, anything, but we do have another nice wintry style, we do have not a wintry style, but a style by Sue, which has quite nicely matching symbols. So that's the creepy cavern style, and there's a handy will-o'-the-wisp symbol in there. And see that I'm going to load that. For that, I'm going to load up the catalogs. So this is the cities, but that creepy caverns is, or creepy crypts is in dungeons, and here's the style. And it does have, I think it's in the elemental and magic, and there you can see there's a nice will-o'-the-wisp symbol, which is vari-color, so I can grab a light yellow for a nice warm Christmas candle light. Grab the symbol and put some nice light on this Christmas tree. I'm a big fan of white lights on a Christmas tree. I'm not such a big fan of colored Christmas lights, so I'm quite happy to use just these. Of course, we could also go to one of the other colors, so perhaps if you wanted to add a couple red lights in there, perhaps one on the top. Now, so that works as well. But I also wanted to add some here on the tree by the house. Like that. And perhaps we wanted a bit of light coming from the house itself. We do have this. Oh, this is actually quite nice. I didn't notice this before. Perhaps we can put that underneath the tree. So let's see. We have lots of building symbols, but I want something without a shadow. So I'm just going to use symbols flat. I'm going to enlarge this a little bit. Yeah, that's quite nice. Like that. Little magical swirl of lights to the trees. There we go. Love it. Now I'm thinking I might want to add, thinking perhaps put some actual lights on the map. Oh, not so sure. No, I think it's actually quite nice already as it is. But what I want is a few more trees here. I'm not quite happy with how the woods up here look. I do want some more symbols, yeah, tree symbols in there. So what I'm gonna do, I could go in and load this map manually again. I could also see whether doing a the refresh with the symbols, but that doesn't help. Normally the easiest way is to just reload the map. Just go in file from the most recent ones, take the top one, and then it will load the default catalog of the style again, and there's my fir trees again. Go smaller and add a couple more large trees here for a little bit more denser forest. Let's see whether we've got any. We do have some fields here, so if you might want to add a little bit of a Snowdon field next to the house, you could see how this looks here. That's nice. That looks very good. You have the darker mud, so if you wanted something a little bit more, not quite as heavily snow covered underneath the trees, we can see whether we can put this underneath our fir woods. Yeah, it looks good. And then we could add a little bit more lumpy snow terrain here where it's open. Same here, perhaps a few spots. Got the question from Andrew whether this is the last stream of the year, and yes, it is. This is going to be the last stream. I'm not going to do one between the years, and just after New Year, I'm going to be busy with other stuff there. So this is the last live mapping of 2024. But no worries, I'll be back next year. Hopefully with many more nicer maps. I do want a little narrow stream running into the pond from the north. So I'm gonna grab this here and have that flow along the edge of the forest here into the pond. And there we are. That is nice. And then we could add a text for our Christmas card. So let's see whether we can put a nice Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or whatever you would like to put on your card. Happy Holidays. It's from the map makers. On there. Could put that on the top. Oh, I think here at the bottom is fine. And I think for a nice card we could work with could perhaps use a nicer font, but don't want to go looking through my fonts here on the system now. That's perhaps a bit overkill. You can choose your own font if you want to customize a map like this. So I'm just going to fiddle with the effects a little bit. So I'm thinking I don't want just the black outline here. I do want something lighter first. So actually I could put it on the title. See whether those are already a bit more elaborate. Yes, they are, but still they are not quite what I want. It's better already, but I'm not quite sure it's there yet. So what I want to do is I want to add a bit more of a frame to the map. Also, I'm getting a little bit of transparency acne here, as I see it. So let's add another outer glow with a bluish color and no blurs and just one, but it should be under go first before the, let's delete the ones we have in here. There we go. Interesting that we've got the yeah, I think I do have the transparency. Yeah, I have only 75% opacity. That's why I'm seeing the stuff through there. Don't want that. Let's apply. And yeah, let's see how Surface Tool get rid of that glow. Then I could perhaps make this glow a little bit darker. And I could make this outer glow a little thinner. Let's just make it 1, 2 range. And yeah, I think that's, yeah, I like that. That's looking good. And there we've got our title for the card. And that's all there is to it. Quick and easy, a beautiful little map of a farmhouse. It's really, as Kevin says, just a beautiful style. And I might actually use this for a nice little, some of my Christmas cards this year. And I'll also put it on the forum and upload the FCW file there, so you can modify it or use it yourself as you like. And that's it, basically. Half an hour, that's about what I had in mind for creating a map like this, and I hope you like it. And I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if we don't speak to each other on the forum or the Facebook group, Happy New Year. And see you again next year. Hope you have a nice and quiet and happy time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you like our map making videos, do give them a like and a subscribe on YouTube. That's good for our channel and might attract a few more people. Otherwise, keep up the mapping, share your maps. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again next year. All the best. Bye bye.